things that I would say. But to the broader audience, as a young sort of teenager and probably 18, 19 years old, I was never sort of coached in the sense that this is how you approach a customer, this is how you sign a contract, this is how you get business. And so I decided that I'm not going to do it because I was too scared to ask people for business. Can I move your load? Can I, supply you with my truck? And so I left it. I just completely left. I left that industry. But I did say that when I do come back in, I'm going to do it properly. And sort of fast forwarding today, and I'm just like talking about logistics at this space. We, I decided that I wanted to get back into the logistics space sort of around August time last year. So I started to speaking to people in industry that I knew from back then. People that started off then are now flying, and they're quite big, and they have many trucks and multiple businesses. And I said to myself, sometimes don't reinvent the wheel. If you could just replicate what's going on and offer good service, you'll grow. So fast forwarding to September, I made the first acquisition of a truck and a trailer, and we started to put it on the road and get it working. Failing fast and failing forward, some of the examples are having one truck, people don't take you seriously. Sometimes people also don't want you to enter the market because they feel that you're going to take their business. Now, in the logistics space, it's a very, you need capital intensive. You need a lot of money to run a truck and operate a truck because you get paid 30 days from statement. So in actual fact, you wait 60 days for your money. So I think the capital that you need in this industry upfront is a lot. Okay, and not many people have that capital lying around as well. So some real life practical examples of failing fast, failing forward is tire pressure, for example. If you got one truck, you don't probably have a yard to park your truck, and you don't have equipment and tools to fill pressure in your tire. So you'd have to go to a garage. Now, to go to a garage, the oaks don't want to help you. The people don't want to help you. And so what you do, you go to the next garage. And then you go to the next garage. And I had to go to 5 garages to fill pressure in the tires. Some garages, the tire pressure system doesn't work. It's not like a car. People don't help you to fill pressure in your tires. You have to fill it on your own. And if you think about the cost involved, the diesel, the time, the inefficiency, that led me to start thinking about, okay, how do I start scaling very fast? So I had to invest in tools like a compressor to be able to fill, tire pressure on my own. I had to get a yard. Getting onto the second truck, we started, like I said, operating in October. By December, the first week of December, I bought a second truck. When I bought the second truck, I drove the truck up from Cape Town myself. I have a code 14 PDP as well, so I'm able to be a hands-on operator. But 3 days after I bought the second truck, the first truck got written off. It was involved in a heavy accident, and then I had one. So basically, I was back to one truck, and I had one trailer because the trailer got damaged a bit, but it didn't. The load was fine, and we could still use it. So when I got that call at 1:00 in the morning, I jumped straight into the truck, and I drove down with with the mechanic that we have, that works full time for us. And I went and picked up the load. It was very emotional to see a truck that was written off of yours, that you spend so much of time and care. It's like a child.
Yep.
And so all I decided was I was in crisis mode. I need to pick this truck up and I need to move. And I drove it down to Durban with the load, and then I offloaded, and then I flew back up. But I think at that point, people will just say, quit. What do you have left? If I didn't buy the truck 3 days ago, I wouldn't have had a truck to even take the load down and deliver it at the end of the day. You have to hire another truck to come and collect that load. So I think that being determined and being motivated and making sure that you know your North Star is very important and crucial. And after getting the second truck back on the road and buying the third truck, but it's essentially the second truck, I managed to get a truck yard. And then that's where I was able to wash my own truck, and I was able to fill my own pressure and do any maintenance and repairs. I got a full-time diesel mechanic on that works for us on our payroll. And people will say, but you're mad. Some people got 15 trucks, they've got no mechanic, they got no yard. But I wanted to make sure that we're efficient if we have any breakdowns. Our trucks are not very new. So if we have a breakdown, how can we fix it as quick as possible with limited downtime? So those are some of the things of, failing fast, failing forward that I've experienced.
So tell me something. When one looks at like your bio and the work that you've done throughout the years, it's like a diversified kind of life, in the sense that I know you've run a tissue business where you're producing, so that's
Toilet
manufacturing,
paper. Yeah,
toilet
manufacturing,
paper,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're in IT,
Yes, that's right.
consultancy.
Yes.
You're at PwC. Now we're talking digital AI. We're talking logistics. So, and property as well.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's a very diversified career choice, if you look at it. What informed getting into some of these industries at the time that you did?
Sure. So I'll start with the property, and that's why I was very inspired about your book and the things that you do. So with property, as a young person growing up, you'd often hear people saying that they bought a house for $1 million and they sold it for 1.5 million 2 years later, and they made R500,000 profit. Immediately in my mind, I said to myself, at that age, I'm going to buy many houses and I'm going to sell it just that way, and I'm going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
so
I'm going to buy it $1 million and sell it 1.5.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, the first apartment that I bought, it's in a place called Jackal Creek Golf Estate. Golf Estate, lovely, great. It's a secure space. You think of luxury, you think of opulence, you think of a lot of things. And I bought the first apartment. I didn't even see it. So I sent my mom and my brother actually to go view it. And I made the offer and I bought the place. No one told me anything about rates and taxes and levies, by the way, mind you. So I gave the full offer price.
Not even the agent?
Not even the agent. I don't recall it. So I knew that there is a levy statement. I received a levy statement, and I paid it every month. It was a one-bedroom apartment. It is a one-bedroom apartment. Sorry, I still have it. And it was about 2,000 rand odd that time a month. I'm talking about 10 years ago now, right? It's closer to 3,000 now. But if I think about like what it's renting for today, it's the same as what it was renting for 10 years ago. So the rental hasn't appreciated, but your rates, taxes, and expenses have appreciated over the years. Now I'm trying to sell all my property. I sold one 2 months ago, also in Jackal Creek Golf Estate. It was a one-bedroom or a loft. I bought it, paid $840 for it.